So, you're interested in learning more about the Howler, the winged menace that terrorizes the skies of Fortuna. Whether it's how to best avoid it and work around it, or if you want to know its attacks and how to hunt it, this guide will break down all of the above for you and provide you some useful strategies and insights in order to achieve your objective. If this guide ends up helping you out, then I would hugely appreciate it if you could like, comment, and share the video around with your fellow prospectors, as well as lovingly caressing that subscribe button. It all helps. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started. Firstly, let's discuss its behavioral patterns. The Howler will patrol across the sky on each map and will occasionally send out a sonar wave. If you're in range of this ability, then stand absolutely still. Movement will alert it to your presence otherwise. It can't see very well from range, it can only really visibly detect players from close to medium distances, so as long as you avoid being detected by the sonar and give it a decently wide berth, you'll be able to avoid aggroing it. Whilst patrolling, it'll also drop honey pellets onto the ground, which can be collected and sold and easily stored in your safe pockets. When reaching its main nest point across the maps, the Howler may also land upon them to rest and sleep, giving you an opportunity to either ambush it or use the time it takes to snooze to put some more distance between you and the Howler. As a side note, the nests themselves house a lot of the Howler's eggs, which will explode violently if you move too carelessly near them, and release a swarm of Howler bugs that will damage everything close to it for a short time. If you crouch walk up to these eggs, however, you'll be able to hold your F key on them to search them. And, if you're lucky, you can get yourself some additional honey pellets from them, which can also be found loosely around the area of the nest itself. Upon engaging you, the Howler will maneuver quickly in the sky in order to avoid your fire, whilst utilizing a range of attacks that depend on how close it is to you. If it's right up close, then it'll resort to chomp and claw attacks that deal moderate damage. If it keeps a distance from you though, which it seems to prefer, it'll barrage you with 4 different range attacks. The first is the exploding dart attack. The Howler will fire 5 to 9 large darts around your rough location, which will penetrate into surfaces and stay there. If you get too close to them or damage them, these darts will glow and then after a few seconds, explode. These explosions deal roughly a quarter of your health, so keep your distance from them. The Howler will also shoot a barrage of accurate yet smaller darts at you at intervals, which deal a small amount of damage but, if not dodged or kited, will chew away quickly at both your health and your armor. Running to the side or staying in cover will help you avoid these. Next up, it will occasionally charge up what we'll call a regular scream attack that will deal a moderate amount of damage to you if you don't find cover and break line of sight. Finally, and this is the attack you'll really want to look for, after you damage over half of the Howler's health, it'll charge up a long, heavy scream. This attack will not only deal a lot of damage to you, but also disorient your character, messing with their vision and hearing for a time. Luckily, you can break line of sight again to avoid this attack, or if you're out of cover with none close to move behind, standing still will mitigate a good portion of the damage dealt to you, since it's a sonar-based attack. In terms of weak spots, you will need to target the glowing part of its belly in order to deal increased damage to it, and, if you're accurate enough, dagger it for a few seconds to put even more damage onto it. Upon killing the Howler, you will see a brightly glowing orange orb drop to the ground. The Howler itself currently guaranteed drops honey pellets and Howler darts, of which you can get up to 2 outside of a storm, and the very rare syrinx. Along with being required for tasks and quarters upgrades, these materials may also be used to craft exotic tier armor, so you may want to consider saving them over making a quick buck. So, now we know how it behaves and how it attacks us, let's discuss some useful strategies that'll help you kill it quickly and efficiently. Firstly, whilst doable, it is not advisable to take on the Howler as a solo. The reasons for this are down to how much ammo you'll be needing firstly to kill it on your own, which, if you're using guns that require either rare or epic tier ammo, this will diminish your K-marks very quickly. Another reason you shouldn't solo it is down to the extremely high chance of being third-partied whilst you're chipping away at the Howler's considerably high health pool, and being ambushed by an enemy player whilst you're being relentlessly attacked by the Howler itself will put you in a very bad position. Try and take on the Howler with at least a partner, and try to use at least rare tier guns. I've been personally finding a lot of good results using either the Phasic Lancer or the blue tier guarantee. Another strategy you should adopt is to engage it in areas with plenty of cover or small buildings. This might seem obvious, but it's very easy to lose track of your surroundings when attacking it, and if you're getting chased by other creatures who also wandered into the fight, Getting caught out of place and taking either a light dart or scream attack will put you either in a very dangerous spot or foam you outright. One other thing to keep in mind is the exploding darts themselves. These will linger for quite a while in an area before exploding eventually, which means that if you don't manage them, you'll quickly find yourself running out of room or accidentally running into a bunch and taking unnecessary damage. When the Howler strafes and moves to a new location, try and get into the habit of intentionally running near the exploding darts and triggering them, before quickly running out of range. You'll free up room and lanes to run down if you get into a tight spot. Additionally, the Howler's light scream attack will also trigger these darts to explode, so bear that in mind also. If you're worried about the costs of ammo killing the Howler will incur, you can use the ping pong strategy to help mitigate said costs. Either have yourself or your teammate attack the Howler's weak spot, and when it aggroes on either one of you, have the other person reposition and take advantage by dumping a magazine into its weak spot before drawing it aggro once again. Rinse and repeat until it dies, and you should find that your ammo consumption is lessened to a considerable degree. Now you're armed with vital information on the Howler, how to manage around it, as well as hunt it. I wish you the best of luck engaging this terrifyingly cool creature, and I'll see you down on the surface or Fortuna. Good night, take care, good hunting, and peace.